Bart was an orphaned cub. He was 5 months in the wild. He had been with his mother, and somebody in the interior of Alaska had shot his mother, and the Fish and Game of Alaska was informed of this encounter, and there was a man that they had been watching for a number of years, I think, that had been notorious for shooting and poaching and shooting stuff out of season and poaching, etc. So when they encountered the individual who had done this, they knew there were cubs out in the wild because he had coveralls on, and when they had shot the mother and placed the mother in the back of the truck and then disposed of her, his coveralls had lacked lactation on the coveralls, and so they knew there were these two or at least one cub out in the wild. So they aircrafted the area by helicopter for I think 3 days, and finally they located the male and female cub, Bart and Bump, and brought them into a wildlife shelter or fish and game shelter up in Alaska, and the Alaskan authorities called and asked us if we would be interested in the two cubs, or they were going to have to euthanize them, and we said of course, yes. And that was 14 years ago. They were born in January, 14 years ago this January, and now they're in the position of carrying on what Bart won and had started a tank, and that is ambassadors for the wildness of the planet. Bart is a very big interior grizzly bear. I mean, he rivals your old the indigenous grizzly of the plains during the buffalo years. Great protein sources. He has, he maximized his growth. He's about 1,140 pounds. He's huge, a huge interior bear. Rivals and is as big as some of the almost as big as some of the coastal brown bears. It's like a child. They have perimeters. The bears have to mind their manners, not take advantage of situations. Of the grizzly being as intelligent as an ape, cognitive thought, abstract thought. They are like any individual, testing their water, testing their limits, and so one must be in control, and they must have their manners. They must have appropriate behavior. So it's not it's working with them. It's a very physical. It's a very emotional, and the part that I enjoy, the emotion, physical aspect of it is you're working with with an animal of that intelligence, and so you are on a primal basis, a total honest encounter. There's no pretentiousness.